Welcome to the Life Leader Podcast. I'm your host, Patricia Celeste, and I'm here for you, a heartless entrepreneur, a life leader that wants to create a better world through your gifts. And enjoy your life while you are doing it. Lovely to have you here. Hello, life leader. Thank you so much for tuning in today, because in this episode I have something for you that might be exactly what you have been looking for. And I'm not joking. At least that have been the case both for me and my beautiful guest Maria Carlsson when we found this business model. And it's a business model that supports us with what we are already doing as coaches and space holders. So I'm super happy to have this chat with Maria Carlsson, who is the founder of Bear Mama Medicin, where she supports women to more self-love through her guidance and healing. So we are both a part of a life-changing movement, I would really say. And it is a business model that supports a better world in so many aspects. So, yeah, short story, but many might not know that my whole life I have cared so much for the planet and have studied environment science at the university, actually. I have been involved in various projects whose aim has been to support a more sustainable society than we live in right now. And yeah, it's so needed more than ever. So my interest in creating a better world has also made me very health aware. And I know that this life and our bodies is a gift that we shouldn't take for granted. And I'm pretty sure that you can feel the same as me. And sometimes we just need a little reminder about that. So yes, I and Maria we both share a longing to support more people in this world. And Maria will tell why that feels so precious for her personally, with her background. And that's super inspiring to hear her story, actually. So supporting people and the health of the planet is for me one of the biggest things I can do in this lifetime. And to support and empowering people who are on the same mission to get wealthy is just a pure gift for me. Because even if we know that money have harm and are harming the world, money is also a powerful tool that make us able to build a better world. So money needs to be in the hands of the right people, right? Light leaders, so that we have the resources to create so much good in this world. And yeah, to create something that are much more sustainable. And this is exactly what Maria's mission is as well. And therefore, both she and I have not only leaned into coaching as our vehicle for creating a change in the world, but also this business model that we call the freedom business model. And yeah, with this vehicle, thousands of other entrepreneurs are together creating a real change in the world, that really supporting people to realize how true mental health, physical health, and financial health can become possible and sustainable for us. And I can say that I have never been in such connective, uplifting community before, and I have been in a lot of, amazing places. But here, yeah, we truly support each other's mission, and we co-create this together, while at the same time being independent and high. Yeah, we can really, highlight our unique gifts and qualities in how we do this. And you might feel that in this talk I have with Maria, the vibration that is in this when you hear her story. So yes, in this episode you will hear Maria's journey from a burnout preschool teacher to freedom in her life and growing her business in that way as well. And you will also hear the most important components to creating a life and business on your terms, and why we love to be a part of this freedom business model, and how this supports our bigger mission. And we will also chat about how you can be yourself with your unique personality while creating a difference and wealth in yours and other people's life. So in other words, you get paid for being you while growing your self-leadership and to be the best version of yourself and support others to do the same. So, yep, I'm just saying, what more is possible? Enjoy this episode. So, I'm so happy to jump on this chat with a wonderful woman.
Yay.
Called yeah. And yeah, I think we both are really excited to be here because we have a lot in common. And we both like have working with women in different ways, like, but a lot from self-love. So Maria, she has her Mama Bear Medicin, where she really, guiding and working with healing with women. And you're welcome to tell a little bit more about that. But that's also some, where I come from as well. And we have something beautiful in common. Not only that, but in addition to that, we also empower other people to step into a bigger vision, as we have done. And it's a beautiful vehicle that both of us have. And it's really something that have changed my way of doing things and my life and my vision. And Maria have been in this for a couple of years now, 4 years. Yeah. So that's why I was like, I want to talk with Maria for many reasons, but I want to hear her, her journey in this and what have happened for her. So very welcome, Maria.
Amazing. I'm so blessed to be here, and I just feel you so much in my heart. Even if we don't know each other so very well, I really feel that I know you in a way, because we share visions, we share kind of message. It's tweaked in different way because you have yours and I have mine, but in a way we speak to the same kind of thing because we are part of a bigger vision for ourselves. And that's so beautiful when you connect with people, like so like-minded people like you. So I'm so blessed and honored to be invited to your space. It's beautiful. So thank you so much for that introduction.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm really curious to hear about your journey, because I know that you and I actually comes a little bit from a different field. We both have been kindergarten teachers as well. Yeah. So I would like to take you back to where you were before you really dived into this business
Sure.
vehicle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
tell me.
I'm gonna tell you. Oh, it really is a story. So to make it quite short and concise, I was from for the first I am I was born. What is that? I was born in Chile, so I was adopted to Sweden when I was 11 weeks old. So I always been, not Swedish, but Swedish. And in that kind of way, I also adopted a lot of what my father was doing in work. And he has a high work ethic, my father, very loyal, very, very stubborn. And you go to work even if you're not even feeling that you can go to work. You go to work because you're loyal, and that's what's going to pay your bill and your rent and yeah, things like that. So I had a very, very high respect for my father. I love him very much. I'm actually in his home right now, and he's not at home, so I can speak very freely. No, just kidding. But yeah, it's always sensitive to because I'm choosing another path than he has, and that's still is something that he has quite hard to understand because even if he supports me in it, but in his world and in my previous world, which you were asking about, I really thought that I need to work really hard to have a lot of money to make a bigger impact in the world. Because I always wanted to, why I shared that I'm adopted is that I always have a drive to help people that are not as wealthy or as a good environment as me and myself. And I always felt that I wanted to go back. When I was a kid, I said out to my mother, I said, I want to buy apples and bananas and fly over to Chile and give all the children from my child care center thing where I was brought, yeah, my spend my first 11 weeks on. So that has been a drive for me for such a long time to help others. So started out to work when I was 14 to sell some strawberries because work is a good thing, right? You have to work, work. And then after that, I spent my years on Volvo driving a truck. And after that, I got into school environment and I thought if I actually educate myself because everyone around me was telling me you're so good with people and kids and children, you can work with that, that's a good work for you. And I didn't have that integrity or even knowingness about myself, what I wanted to do for myself. So I just thought this is what I'm gonna do. So I studied and I became a preschool teacher. I loved being a preschool teacher. I still have, like, children has always been in my heart. I feel that's kind of my purpose, to help families and children in the future to come and to really, but even if I'm talking to women now, we're gonna go into that. I'm trying to weave here, but yeah, it's just very obvious now when I told the story in this, because I was thinking of, you asked me this question in a message, and I was thinking of how can I actually talk more deeply about why I'm here. So you brought that up for me, and I think that's what you do, Patricia. You really bring people's inner voice through, and that's so powerful. I love that with you, and yeah, it's really amazing. So what I was thinking about then was that yeah, children has always been, but I also view myself as a child of Earth, and I view elder people as children of Earth as well. It doesn't matter what age you are in. So I ended up in preschool anyway, and I love to be there. I love to have the impact, and I was very driven to evolve the how to work with kids, how to really communicate and make their voice matter. So, and also have an equal way of being with them. So I was so loyal to that job, so it burned me out when I was 28 for the first time. I lost a lot of hair, like a lot of hair. Today I have my hair back again, but it was a lot of hair that got lost there, and also 22 more kilos in weight that I was carrying on at that moment. And yeah, I continued to work because I was very, when you work with the people, you can't just leave, just say, I am gonna go now and you can take care of the rest. Like, you can't just go and leave. So I was more loyal to my work, but also very loyal to the people I was serving, and that was the kids or the children. So And I loved it. They were my greatest teacher in my journey so far, actually. They taught me so much about imagination, how to visualize, and how to really use your voice to create something magical. That's like, children are epic in that way. So yeah. But anyway, I burnt myself out for the second time, and that was when I felt like this is not how life should be. And I was in the car one day, had a line in the sand moment. I was driving to work, and I started to cry, and I had this ancient feeling in my whole body that I can't live like this. I'm 30 and I can't live like this anymore. I need to find something else. I can continue work with kids or whatever, but I need to find a way out. And I prayed in the car. I stopped the car at the side, and I was like, I couldn't even see that. I remember it so clear because I couldn't even see that road because I had so much tears in my eyes. And I felt that I'm about to turn 30. This was the year I was about to turn 30, and I felt like I've been broken for such a long time without even doing anything about it. Why don't I care more about me in my life? And why don't I care more? I can't help anyone when I'm like this. I was like devastated in a way. So I asked for help, as you do when you talk to the universe, like, God, universe, help me, please send me something else. And yeah, to not continue there, we can continue with next question maybe. But yeah, that was where I was, and that was right before I stumbled upon a post that's gonna completely shift and change my whole trajectory.
Yeah, beautiful. So yeah, how did you kind of find this model? Like, because it's, things are out there, but it's something also we have to be perceptive to see it. So thank you so much for your story here. And it's something really with putting out an intention and be open to receiving what comes. And it sounds like you were really open. So what happened, and what happened after that?
I got open. I got to be open because I was closed before. So, and if nothing changed, nothing changed. So what happened was that I, during my last year at the preschool, I also wanted to help more women because I saw at my work, I saw that every family had their own obstacles, and they all was grounded in them not feeling loved by themselves, them not seeing their own needs, them not taking care of themselves. And what happened is that they just duplicate that with their kids. The kids gonna duplicate what their parents are doing and feeling and acting and behaving, and all the stories that there are not, well, they are not very well or good. They will duplicate that up as well and bring them on and make them their own stories, like the kids' stories. And I saw, we always say that, oh, the children is our future. Yes, they are. But to have a bright future, we need to work with the people who is bringing up our future. That was how I felt. So I started actually to educate myself as a life coach and KBT. I don't know if that's the English word for it, but KBT coach, and cognitive, and to actually understand myself much more. I thought I would help others, but that was the start to really start to help myself. And that was also when I understood that I can't have it like this anymore. That made me so sad when I realized that I've been living in not an environment that is good for me and my health, like a holistic way. So I I had asked for universe to find something else, and I had become more open because I started to study become a coach. And one day I found Simon, who's living in this village that I am in right now. He was on Facebook, and I saw a post where he was talking about how to impact the world, how to contribute to more freedom of choice. And I was like, what is this? What is this? And I couldn't stop thinking of it. So I reached out to him and I said, what is it? And he said, this is so weird. I was just meditating. I was thinking of you, and now you're calling me. And I was like, like that kind of thing, synchronicities. But I was still skeptical. I wasn't that open. But I was like, yeah, okay. So what did you think? What did you get? Because then he said, Maria, this is so cool because I found a tribe or a community where everyone is like us. Everyone wants to make an impact. Everyone wants to be a healer or transformational coach, or they want to contribute to a better new earth. And I was like, oh my God, there is no possibility that it is a place like that in this world, because I didn't know anything. I was so locked in my own little bubble. So and he said, look at the master class. You have to look at the master class, and you're gonna hear a person named Tarek talk there, and just let me know what you're thinking after. And I was like, okay. So I went home after work, super exhausted as I always was, pulled myself together into the couch where I always sat on the. And then this is like, I came home and I walked across the room and I sat on the couch for like in half an hour. And then I was back up again. Like that was how it was. But this time I sat on the couch and I was like taking my phone in my hand. I was okay, I'm gonna look at this, and and I looked, and after 15 minutes, I think it was 15 or 20 minutes, when I have listened to this Tarek man, I Tarzan. He looked like Tarzan. I don't remember that. That's just a joke. But yeah, anyway, I looked at him and he was really like talking about going from ego into we go. And I was like, what is this? What is this? I just felt energetically how I was pulled and into this space. And I just felt like, okay, he's talking about freedom lifestyle. Talk about laptop lifestyle. I didn't even know what that was. I was a preschool teacher. I didn't know what Zoom was. I didn't know anything about the online space. And he talked about creating a life of choice, and he talked about a lot of contribution for the new earth. And I felt like this is my tribe, this is my home. I felt like I'm home. So I jumped up from the couch more energized than I'd been like for ages, and called Simon, and I said, Simon, I don't know what this is. I don't even know what you are doing or what we are going to do, but I'm gonna be part of this, so count me in. And he was like, are you sure? Because he had sent me so much things and I was so fast, and I was like, yeah, I'm sure. I'm like, I feel it from the inside. I'm kind of terrified because I have no idea what it is, but he said that I could shift my salary and shift into a much wealthier and much more prosperous reality, and he said I could do it quite fast. I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this for myself, and I did that for myself. That was really the start. The post first, the decision in the car. I took a decision, a powerful decision, to actually say, hey, I can't have it like this. Universe, like kind of, well, here you get Simon, and you trust him, you like him, and you know him, so just listen to what that guy has to say. And yeah, so the post came. I read the post. I was invited to this masterclass, and voila, that was like really why I choose this is because of the energetic pull that I felt and still always feel every time I come in contact, the heartfelt and heart-led and soul-aligned people that are in this community. Because I think I never can work with something that I'm, can 100% stand behind. It needs to really be felt by heart for me and be in alignment. And I think I never been in so much alignment and heart-led environment since I started with this. And also for myself, I really lead myself in that kind of way today. And I can see that I'm a Tarek person now. Like Tarek was the person for me that I saw. He was already living the life of choice, and I wanted to have that. And today I live that life. And actually, yesterday I had a person reaching out, and she was like, yeah, you my kind of role model. I want to work with you. I don't know what to do, but I want to work with you. I want to change my life. I'm ready. And I was like, holy, is this happening? Because I don't have that very often happening, but it happens, and it's like so nice. And that's what I actually feel for you, Patricia, when I read your post. Like if I wouldn't be in part of like this community already, and if I saw you, you would probably be the person who I would reach out to and say like, hey, I see you lead yourself, and I see that you can lead me as well, so please do that. Yeah.
That's so beautiful.
Was that the answer? What does an answer? That's long answer.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so beautiful what you describe here, that you felt this vibration, you felt, because that sometimes our head can go into all like the how, and we become so rational about things, and then we forget that we are limitless being, that can like really, if we feel the vibration, that's something there that is so aligned. And if we just follow that, then that will lead us even more into alignment, and even more and even more. So that's always what I have also, I can so relate to this, because it's something that I have also done in my life. And yeah, I can't see the step ahead and how it's gonna happen and blah blah blah. But you know, it's really to go with this bigger force that guides, and it's like, wow, as you said, like this is it, this is the family, this feels so right. And to allow ourselves to feel that.
Really, yeah.
Beautiful. So you have now been, this was 4 years ago, around
4 years ago.
Like
yes.
Yeah.
Was
And yeah, and what have happened with you since then? Like, yeah, how have you changed being in this?
Have I not changed?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. How have I changed? Like, I am not the person, I'm not the same Maria as I was for 4 years back. I'm a totally other person, or I'm not another person. I am me. I'm completely me, and I wasn't me before. I was conditioned about around all the environment and around me, and all the stories I was talking about that the children would bring on from their parents. I was bringing on my father's, most of my father's, because I lost my mother when she was when I was 16. So, and she was bipolar, so she was not very present all the time. But anyway, I always looked up to my father, so that was his way of doing life that I copy pasted, and that was not me, and that was not how I wanted to do life, and that was not how I wanted to live, but I thought it was. I thought it so hard, so that I structure my whole reality around it. And so I can't even explain how much I'm not that person even more, because it's not me. I didn't love myself that much back then. I didn't take care of myself that much. I was a people pleaser, a giver. Like, I'm still a giver, but I give with boundaries. I give with high integrity today. And I didn't back then. I gave because I thought if I give something, then people are gonna like me. I did it for that kind of, I had so much more insecurities inside of me. I was not as happy, even if I always been, joy is the greatest feeling. That's the vibration I used to be in. And people always been telling me, oh, you're so happy with life. And yes, I am, because that's my soul's nature, state of being. For me, my partner Victor, he's peace harmony, he's peace. So when he's in peace, that's him. I'm like, yeah, come on, I'm energized, this. So, which is a good combo. But yeah, and back in the days, it's easier to explain how I actually was more back then, because that's the person. I can look at myself like this and see like, oh, this is Maria, a trapped soul in her beautiful body that don't even see that she is here to speak, or allow herself to speak her voice, speak her truth, to impact. She doesn't see the world. She only sees this, like that was how it was. Today, I quit my job after 6 months. That's like a tangible thing to look at. I said that I quit after 3 months, and then you have 3 months more in Sweden before you can go. So, but the universe put it really well for me. So I fell from a stair, and it could be a disaster. It wasn't. I only hurt my foot, but badly, so I couldn't walk for it. And if you work with kids, you need to use your feet. So I was on sick leave for 2.5 months. Only came back 2 weeks before, and that was during winter time, just before Christmas. So I kind of had this chill out with the kids. The only, the much less kids before Christmas. That was what I had before I went off. So the universe was kind of, okay, you're already choosing this track, and this is your path. So let's just fix that for you. So I didn't work more than, I quit my job after 3 months, and then I fell, and then I was off. like off for real. So 2020 New Year, when between 2019 and 2020, I haven't worked a day since then, and in a normal job. And Victor actually got off, my partner, he got off his he was self-employed. He got off after 9 months in this business, in this online business, and we started to travel. We traveled to Australia for, I think it was 6 or 8 weeks, and then we traveled to meet the community also, and then we traveled to Spain. We've been in Norway, we've been in obviously France, where I'm living, because after 1.5 years we decided that why would we stay in a little box where we were living in Gothenburg, where, oh sorry, call coming through, sorry. So sorry. So why would we live there when we can use the world as our playground and to work from everywhere? And I really thought that, sorry, it's actually Victor, something going on here. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Okay, so yeah, we thought that would be a great idea, and we had friends. Now Tari, that I talked about, he had become a very dear friend of mine, and he and his fiance had take their car and packed it full with stuff and just drive down to France a couple of months before. And they were on us like, come on guys, why are you still in Sweden? And we were like, okay, we're coming. So we were thinking we would check out France for 6 months, but we have been there for over 2 years now, and that's really cool. So we're living in France, and I have not so ever thought about moving back again to Sweden for full time, because I rather live now in the mountains. We have a space. We are renting a house on 22-hectare land, and we have got our own little where we can grow our food, and we have yeah, we just have everything I ever dreamt of and more. So it's interesting. The final piece I really want to hone in, and I know I'm going to do that well while I'm helping others. That's the financial free part. So yeah, that's where I'm meant to be, and I'm loving myself a lot, and I'm very free, like speaking very free, and I'm just me. I'm being me, like full out. I'm living me, and that's really the biggest change and shift, I guess. Yeah.
Beautiful. And beautiful. Wow, what a journey. And I would like to hear, because you also started to do the Bear Mama Medicin at some point.
Yes.
And how I would like to just hear that combination, because that's a little bit separate from this business model, but they work, they can go hand in hand, and you can be held by, you can help women, and then you can be held, and then you can, explain how that weaves together.
This business model is made for you so that you can really tap into your highest potential and start to live like really with your value, like live side by side with them. They can be your direction point. They can be in highest value. I mean, like things like I put freedom on my top 5. Freedom is really important. Helping people, support people, and the self-love journey. That's the journey I've done. And as I said, now when you got to know me a little bit, I said in the beginning, I always had a huge love for children, and I view all of us like children. And I really felt I wanted to contribute more. Now when I had my online business running for me, and also when we creating our brand, which we do, we already have a brand. I like a personal brand is really me, you, and you who are looking at this, you already have it, but we don't think of it. But when you step into this space, you actually get to amplify who you are and start to talk more about your highest value, and create things around that so that you actually can stand in your power and your life. And my really vision that I had in the start when I stepped in here, I got the question, what is the vision beyond yourself? What is the vision beyond the vision, beyond the vision, beyond the vision? What is that? And I felt like if everyone on this earth could walk here and love themselves, we wouldn't have any war. We would just have soul, like really soul-driven people walking around giving love to themselves and others. And we would have like kids growing up in super detoxified environment where we would just have, of course, problems sometimes maybe, but I mean that's life. But we would be so much more in touch with who we are, and I felt that is the vision for me, to help and support people to really get in touch with themselves and create the best relationship with themselves, and to love, create, and live their best life, heart led and soul aligned. And like that's my what is that? Did you have paraply? Paraply? No.
Umbrella.
Umbrella.
Like,
Paraply,
yeah.
it's a Swinglish word. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, umbrella. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah, you do what you can. So yeah, that's my umbrella for everything I do. Like I always, like if I lost myself, I look up and I see my umbrella, and that's like, okay, so Bear Mama Medicin was born out from the core of my heart, because Bear Mama, it's a mama, and I just felt that that's the energy I always have had carried on, but I haven't thought, I don't have own kids yet. I really want to have them, but yeah, you're welcome to come. But, yeah, so it's more that I felt the name just dropped in. I didn't ask, like more than ask for it, and I heard in my head, like a very clear audience, I heard Bear Mama Medicin. I was like, what is that? What is Bear Mama Medicin? I was searching on it. I didn't find anything about it, and I was like, Bear Mama Medicin, well, I wonder if that's me. And I just felt like, yeah, that's probably me. It's me. I'm gonna do Bear Mama Medicin. And that was like, when you have this epiphany, I think it's now 2 back in time, I started up that. And I had already worked a lot with women to support them to grow into themselves, and to the same kind of work that you do when you bring people power out and empower them with their voice. And that's also what I love to do, like empower them with their own inner spirit and voice. So Bear Mama Medicin was born out from contribution, I think, and also what I really felt. I really felt I want to help women to evolve into the highest version of themselves, so they can bring up their kids into a new earth, into a new environment. And it goes so well hand in hand with the online business that we have, because the model lets you really do what you want to do, and then the people who will work with you, they will find their way to you, and also through this business they will also amplify out, or how to say, themselves and what they want to create. So it's not that, it's just you do it with heart and soul, and when you do things with heart and soul, it's a giving in a way that is not expecting anything back. It's just that I'm gonna contribute and impact people's life. And if someone wants to work with me, not only as a client, like work in the online space for me, they can do that as well. But it's not an obligation in some sort. It's just yeah, it's sometimes it's hard to explain how it all works together. It's just a perfect divine fit for everyone who wants to hold space for other people and support other people, because they are being allowed to do that even more, and they get rewarded from it as well, because we can have, as I have Bear Mama Medicin, I know you have your group, Impact for Life movement, maybe.
Yeah, I have several different
yes,
the impactful life.
And I also have that. So I have the Freedom Business Model, so where I actually talk more about the business. So we are just way shower for what is possible, and we are like, if you listen in, and if you are like me and Patricia, you probably are someone who really want to contribute and impact. And just imagine yourself stepping more into who you are, and speak more freely about everything that you are stand for, and contribute in a way that you can. I mean, in Bear Mama Medicin, I'm doing a lot of lives, and a lot of value is given in there. I never expect anything back more than I know that I'm serving humanity and planet and women. And in the other group, I know that I also serving women mostly, and supporting them to be more business minded, be more entrepreneurial minded, because I think also entrepreneurial minded is connected to you stepping into leading yourself. So it all goes hand in hand. The way they weaves like a DNA, like it's really cool. So I don't know if that was the answer of your question, but Bear Mama Medicin is absolutely my sole passion, and yeah, that's my contribution to the world. Yeah.
Mm. Oh, thank you so much. I see that we soon have to wrap up here. The time
Yes.
flies.
Sorry.
No worries. I love how you explain your journey through this, and really what I feel like you as well, that through this business model that we both are a part of, we get supported, but we also get to support other people in this, and we
Yes.
can really build something even more sustainable. So when they come in, they can work closer with us as well.
Yeah.
And it becomes like these business partners, and that we all are working for creating this bigger impact and this better world together. And that's so beautiful. That's what I feel. It's so beautiful to connect with you here as well. That's
Likewise.
that we also, like, in many times we have this we see that we are we compete and this kind of stuff, but here it's not. Here we can really support each other, which I love, and grow together. So thank you so much for also talking about how you have grown and what's opened up through you within this space, within this container. Because I see it really like a container. We can grow and grow, and we support each other in so many ways. We don't have to be these lonely entrepreneurs. No.
That's so true. I love that. I love that you can be independent in a group. Like you can be yourself and do whatever you want to do, but still you have support from each other, and you meet, and it's just so beautiful. It is really beautiful. And it's also leaders creating or contributing leaders. Like it's a win-win in so many ways. And that's also very, for some people, thinking like, oh, it's too good to be true. And I don't know how many times I heard that from people, because they haven't even seen, or this is beyond people's imagination, what actually is available out there. And we have it. It's like, it's for you, it's on her live. This is on in your fingertips. And that was exactly what it was for me with the post. I mean, I saw one post that was about to shift and change my whole life. Who would have known that? I couldn't even imagine that one post would lead me, put me on this track, because I said yes to myself. It's not that the post did it, but I did it. But you know what I mean. So it's really the online space in that way, working with others and also being your true self. It's just remarkable how much impact we can do and serve, and especially the people who already are in that kind of space already.
Yeah, beautiful. So depending of whenever you that are listening to this right now, listen, like right now, we have this beautiful masterclass coming up next week. It's the end of September. And this is our community that put this on, and these super beautiful leaders in the community that will hold this. And this really shows also how we support each other. What a beautiful container. And it will also talk about this bigger vision and more in detail what this is about, because it's not so easy to just explain it very short, because then if we explain it very short, you will not understand, and you will totally misunderstand what it's about. So that's why it's absolutely. Like you really have to go into this and look at this, and then you will feel if this is something that resonates with you, which it has with us. So and there's masterclass now and then, so it's always possible to jump on, but this gonna be very unique this time. So yeah, thank you so much, Maria, for
Yeah,
having
thank
you.
you. Amazing to
And
be here. Yeah, I just have to say, if you already resonate with Patricia and you are on her page here, that's that's a sign enough, maybe, to view it like that, because it's, yeah, you have to feel the community absolutely, as I did in that masterclass I was talking about with Tarek that I saw, but also you feel the pull and the energy from us already. This kind of energy is only going to grow more when you go into that container, because when you tap into this and when you're part of it, it's infectious in your whole kind of field. And as we all know, the quantum field is really powerful. So, I mean, we already are small parts of that and carry that kind of energy. So if you're already here, you've been listening to all of this, then you should not hesitate at all to go in and be part of this masterclass, because we already have like put the energy forward for you here to just have a little hint of what this can give you. So yeah, get in there, soak it all up, and it's free. So I mean, there's nothing to lose, right?
yeah,
exactly. Thank you so much for having me, Patricia. I love you, dear sister in shine.
Oh, thank you so much. And yeah, looking forward to continue to connect with you and be, have this beautiful
conversation.
Beautiful connection.
Okay,
thank you so much.
Okay, bye.
I love this chat with Maria so much, and wasn't it inspiring to hear her story? And I will tell my story another time, but I'm very curious about you right now. So what did you take away from this? Do you feel that this is something that gave you a perspective what more that could be possible for you? And yeah, if you feel that you have this little spark of curiosity to get to know more about what this freedom business is all about, reach out to me and I will give you more details. I can just say that this is for you that are ready to step up in your commitment and leadership in whatever you want to create, like the difference you want to create in the world. So reach out to me and we can see if this can be a fit for what you want to create. You find me on lightleaders.world or on my page Patricia Celeste or Nordic Patricia Celeste on Facebook. So yeah, I look forward to get in contact with you and to really support you if this will resonate for you. Okay, light leader, have a beautiful day and remember that your unique light is needed in this world and you are already enough to shine that light brightly. Okay, take care, much love and bye.